Good day again, good peoples. It is Thursday and it is around 11 a.m. Eastern time. I wanted to get this out because I just saw it. Normally, I'm going to bed in Asia at this point in time, but I thought that was outstanding. I grabbed a little COYY based on this great payout and enough to know that their track record is pretty good. I'll be watching to make sure we don't get NAV erosion here, but I'm still bullish on coin. I no longer want to own COYY, and be part of the cone heads and the fanboys, but I will take, and I do own some COYW, but I'm happy to try COYY here. So let me tell you what they announce, people. So sometimes I'm in bed and I miss this. So I wanted you to see these. These are the yield boost for today. Tomorrow, August 1st, is ex dividend. So then you got to wait a week. So COYY is their newest fund, which launched on the 29th. So this is like the third trading day. So I grabbed some of this. It's paying 84 cents, 0.8413, which is 180% distribution based on the closing price yesterday. It's up a little bit today. I think I bought it around 25.83. I can't remember the exact number. Um, but it closed at the high 24s yesterday. But it's just outstanding, 180% yield. Again, you always, this is not a long-term investment if it doesn't sustain itself, because they could push a high yield out, drop the yield, not perform. But generally speaking, they've been performing. They've been paying very well as I covered them. So what else do they have? All right, guys, and then I'm going to go into all the the continued results. TSYY paid 23.68. Apologize if it's hard to see, guys. Not that clear when you blow up a small image, but you'll have all this data in my spreadsheet. So 0.2368 for their Tesla equivalent, and that is 139.98%. Again, you buy today on August or July 31st. Tomorrow, Monday, is the X date. The 4th would be Monday. They pay on the 5th, on Tuesday. NVYY, 100% yielder distribution rate, paying 52.22. XBTY, paying 47.22.25. This is their Bitcoin. Okay, I'm holding on for their nuggy. Their hopefully it's the precious metal miners and not just a gold ETF, because there's a lot of just gold ETFs with income, but I want to see the miners. All right, XBTY, 99.97 yield. That's a 180, a 140, a 100, and another 100. TQYY, right, the triple Qs, they paid 1864. Again, these are all weekly distributions, people. So that is, I didn't show the yield for some reason. I'll have it in my data. Um, and their SPY, so they have the triple Qs and they have the SPY. Their SPY paid 1954. Oh, sorry, guys. It's a 5. It's hard to read. 50% distribution rate. This is also a 50% distribution rate on their SPY, their SYPY, and that is 1954. All right, let me get into my spreadsheet. You'll be able to see this a lot clearer. So you have your oldest fund from them, which is really suffering, in its total return. But look at Tesla. Tesla hasn't performed well. So clearly they have a 67% annualized distribution over the last 7 months. So, but you never like a negative total return, but a lot of that has to do with the fact that that fund is not really holding up. But I'm watching at times because look at the 226. This also was kind of a peak, and then the market went down into April. It bottomed around the 7th or the 10th in April, and then it's been straight up. So I'm not really sure why TQQ is not a performing, and this is a 3x. So I don't like to see a loss over here, guys. I just don't, even though this is a 5-month scenario. Um, but barely a loss on the total return, but enough to be, watchful of. XBTY is performing. Look at it. 75.24. Now this is have a minus piece to it, but I've looked at this fund compared to the other funds, and that 75% total return is excellent. Again, I don't mind if you give me 60, 70, 80, 90 and you got a 5, 10, 15, even 20% NAV erosion, then that means you're getting over 50% of a total return. Still good. Okay. You always have to be watchful, but still good. Look at NVYY. It's just a star. But again, these two are new. So can they sustain that? Let's see. Look at COYY. COYY comes right out. I'm willing to throw a little bit of money at it and get 84 cents on a $25 stock. That's weekly, people. So if you do 4 of those and they can sustain that, that's $3.20. Even if it's 250, I'll take that on a $25 stock. All right, guys. So let's see. Again, they have to the more they pay, the more they have to make up, right? But and also you really need to be bullish on these. That's what it comes down to. I'm still bullish on BTC, so by default I'm bullish on coin. So that's what COYY is all about, right? They're writing on top, the underlying is coin. All right, so that should help you guys. And out here, you can see again the numbers. So in case you didn't see all that, it is TSYY, okay, their Tesla equivalent, right, to a Tesla, to a TSLW from Round Hill, and that has a yield on cost of 136.21. I know on their sheet it said 139, but again, it's just a slight rounding error here. 90, these were both quoted as 100%. I calculate 97.89, 97.81. On YBitty, and on NVYY. So underlyings of NVIDIA and BTC, and in their triple Qs is 18 cents. So these are your distributions and your 731, right? Almost 24 cents for Tesla. NVIDIA had 52 cents. XBTY had 47 cents. Again, weekly. Okay. TQQY 1864. YSPY, which is their spider, 19 cents, 19 and a half cents. Both of these excellent yields all the way around. And my calculation on it again is 174.15. They're showing 180. Whoopee doo. A rounding error. But an excellent, excellent payday. Let's see if anybody is even paid that much. Would have been what's XBitty's high? 60, 62, 50, 47, 47, 47. Boy, they're consistent on their XBitty. NVIDIA, they've had to have a big one. Well, 66, 50, a lot of 50s and 60s. They're consistent. They're really, there's a 65 and a 66. That's about all who's going to pay because as the funds come down, let's see the pricing on the funds. Yeah, see, now when you're in the $9 range, it's just like Ulti at $6. You're happy with 9 or 10 cents because you got a fantastic yield. So what are they paying? They are paying 23 cents on a weekly. That's fabulous. But what's your total return? Is it stabilized? I happen to feel like Tesla's got a lot more upside than downside right now. So whatever fund you bought of Tesla, I think it's headed higher in the near term. as opposed to many other things that may or may not be. I just think that Tesla has been beaten down. So NVIDIA is looking good. It's really the highest. But again, when you have brand new funds, it's not fair, right? Do you really want to compare them? I'll bet you TQQY, if I took it only from, April through June, that I would eliminate that down period, and I probably would have a positive total return. If I was using 513 on all these, which is, that just reminded myself of what I'll do. I can't do it with COYY, right? But I can take everybody else and just also make them 513 and see how all the funds stack up. Although the spider is showing excellent, right? But it's that 4-3. That's why I said if this was 4-3, I have a feeling it would be really good. All right, guys, that's what I got for you. I'm going to watch the markets a little bit more, and then I'm going to bed over here in Southeast Asia. All right, guys, have a great rest of your Thursday. You may be at work. You may watch this at a different time, but I really wanted to get to this out to you since I was thrilled with it and jumped in and bought some. All right, guys, bye for now. Again, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Have a great one. Bye for now. Oh, and a reminder, 731, right? Is you need to buy it on 731. Any of these, if you don't already have shares. Tomorrow, okay, Friday the 1st is ex-dividend. You won't, but again, they're weekly, so you'll soon have another opportunity. But that's an excellent payouts all around, okay? And you're paid next Tuesday. All right, bye for now, guys.